Okay, I'm on 12.4.3. I did a video of the back way of me doing my regular drive to work. It was kind of flawless on 12.4.3, but I know it's not going to be on the highway. So let me do a quick attempt at that, and here we go. So one thing with 12.4.3 that has been bugging me a lot is speed. It doesn't seem very quick to get up to speed, often goes below the speed limit, seems to generally ignore my max speed number. You know, all in all, irritating. We're going to the highway. I noticed this, it did yesterday. We should not drive in the yellow all the way up. So that wasn't wonderful either. These nice slow stops, I'm assuming are going to be really nice for a robotaxi. I don't particularly like them when I'm driving, and I'm not sure exactly how the drivers behind me feel. I mean, I'm a fairly aggressive driver generally, so I don't like it when other people do it, but it is smoother for the passengers. This has been great. It's been very confident through intersections. This time it turned into its own lane, which I think is important. One thing I mentioned in my last video was staging. I think this is really good. It did not stay in the left lane. We have a right turn not coming up soon, really, as far as residential goes. But it went into the left lane immediately, or went into the right lane, ready for our turn, which I think is nice. Everybody goes much faster on this road, so I'm going to see if just adjusting the max speed will get me up to very slow to get up to speeds, especially if they're over the speed limit. I don't love that. There is a yield coming up, which it generally 12.3 as well as 12.4.3 has worked pretty well. I find in 12.4.3 it's just a little bit more confident in most of the things that it's doing, except getting up to speed. So this is lane ends, merge right. Let's see what it does. And generally people don't do that on this road, but that's fine. I'm not going super fast. So it did emerge left, even though we're technically in the proper lane. This is something that bugs me, and I may hit the accelerator if it doesn't seem to pull up a little bit faster. I really think it should look at the traffic around 63. It's not bad today, given that there's really not very many people on the road right now. I'm curious to see in 12.5 if and how it deals with bad drivers. And not necessarily bad drivers, but I mean a whole bunch of indecisive drivers trying to get onto a highway or whatnot. You know, there's a lot of times people are parked in the right lane, which is the merge lane, and you know, you kind of have to do your thing to get on it. I've found that it has struggled with that, and I've had to take over several times, even on 12.4.3, definitely on 12.3. I have it on assertive mode, and I always drive with assertive mode, so I'm trying to make that distance between cars a little bit better. But see, this is maxing at 72, which is generally fine on a 60 and on this road. We'll see. What I do want to show you is that the staging, I don't know if any of you use 12.3, but the staging is a lot better. So you see, to follow route, it's 1.8 miles and it's already moving over one lane to follow the route, which is not something it would traditionally do. In 12.3, it would just stay in that left lane, keep going and going and going until the last possible second, then try to make, you know, these 4 lane to get to the exit lane in less than, I don't know, a quarter mile, which was insane. I constantly was adjusting it, turning on minimal lane change, you know, trying to make it work for me. But stuff like this is much better than 12.3. And I know this is the same, you know, they keep saying this is the same highway stack, and the driving maybe, but certainly not the staging. The staging is definitely better. You know, so we have an exit coming in 0.7 of a mile, and we're already getting much closer. And see, it's hesitating, and this I don't like, because really it could have gone on both of those hesitations, and it would have been better. I mean, if I was sitting in the back, I'd be like, come on, make your turn. So that's still better than it was doing. And I mean, I don't know if everybody else has had that experience, but you know, no interventions and no me doing anything on entering and exiting the highway is nice. So this part, still, that was good. It's a little bit aggressive on its getting into an exit lane. So that's one thing that they haven't fixed or changed. It's really no different than 12.3. Now this is where I think 2 turns in its AI would make sense, because we will have another right turn after this, and both those right and left lanes were turning lanes. So we'll see when it decides to make its turn, because, well, this wasn't terrible and relatively aggressive as far as what that car was doing there. So yeah, that was 12.4.3. Really, that was quite smooth. I'll do another one where it struggles a little bit more, but I mean, there was really no struggle on anything there, and you know, no intervention. So we'll try on the next one. A very slow turn though. So, but yeah, we'll try on the next one.